Hey everyone, this is Mistress Mara, and this week I would like to talk about time wasters. Who has had someone contact them and have them waste your time on promises that were never kept, such as, oh, well, I'll give you more money if, you just show me pictures of your feet. Let me back it up. Do you remember the last time you actually spent time with a telemarketer? Because I don't. I block all of those people. Why? Because I gain nothing from them, and all they want from me is money. Money is time. Time is money. So, in the context of my Dom profession, I've had a lot of people contact me and say, I want to be your slave. You know when the person is a legitimate time waster by how they approach you. For example, if anyone sends a message that just says, hey, or I want to be your slave, or you have gorgeous feet, can I lick them? Something to those effects where there's no proper introduction, there's no sense of manners or politeness that comes with a certain etiquette of approaching a mistress, then most of the time they get ignored. It's like how when you're walking down the street and someone catcalls at you. That's kind of the analogy that I can resemble most accurately through the virtual world. Places like Twitter, Instagram, social media that is dedicated to promoting yourself into the world. One instance that I know that I can share is a person tried to contact me about draining their credit card. Now, if a offer doesn't come with an initial tribute, I already know that it's probably a scam or probably somebody who wants me to waste my time into actually buying stuff or looking for items to buy, and they will get off on the time that I've spent doing those things. So let's take a look at some examples. One person offered to have their credit card rinsed, and they would not buy off of my wish list. That was a red flag for me. Secondly, the things that they wanted me to purchase was through Amazon, which was where my wish list is coming from. Another red flag. Third, their card information came from the UK. Okay? There was a discrepancy in the zip code and the city, the province of where they were from. So another red flag. The reason why I went through this, just FYI, isn't because I got suckered into it. It was because I wanted to see how far they would go, not knowing that I knew what they were doing. Because I had some time on my hands and I wanted to make a video out of it. So I kept going. So this is the result of my experiment. I time wasted the time waster. So after that, they kept on asking me, did you do it yet? Are you done? Are you there? I was just like, I just kept waiting because I know what they want. And they're like, it's taking forever. And I was like, yeah, of course it's taking forever. I know that you're doing this to get off on it. So I just waited, and I was just like, you know what? I already know that if I tried it out, it would get declined. So after how many hours passed, I said, it's declined. And I was right, because they didn't respond back, ever. And I blocked them. So that's one instance. The second instance is I received an email with all caps that said, service provided by rich businessman. So I was like, if you're gonna all caps that, and again, without a tribute, that's a red flag to me. But okay, I'll humor this. So they asked me if I was in need of any BDSM furniture. And I was like, who doesn't have enough BDSM furniture? So I was like, okay, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. And they're like, okay, well, I own 3 businesses in BDSM furniture. And I was like, great, send me a link to your website that has a catalog. And they did. It didn't have any prices on there. And he said, oh, well, it's because it's stock. and you have to ask for the items that you want personally. I was like, okay. So I literally chose half of the entire inventory. Again, just to see what they would say and for kicks. And they were like, oh, we plan on shipping this to you by the end of the week before I have a business trip. And I was like, okay, sounds great. Send me the inventory of what you plan on sending. And he was like, well, I can't send everything because that's a lot of things and shipping is going to be expensive. I was like, okay, well, this is technically a gift, but why don't you break down what your budget is and I will take out some of the items that I asked for. And in the end, it came down to him not responding as quickly, and he came back with, oh, I'm gonna ship it, I'm gonna tell my employees to do it. And I was just like, why don't you just send one thing? Let me make it simple. Just send a horse, a spanking horse, leather spanking horse. And he was like, oh, it would be a waste of money to ship that. And I was like, then you're a waste of time. So I went through these experiences willingly. I also knew what was going to happen, so I am not disappointed at all. Also, I did this for research purposes to make a video out of it and let other femdoms know, especially if they're new to the whole findom, financial domination aspect of things, to not waste your time on people who will not tribute to you immediately. That means sending cash. That means sending you virtual money through PayPal or Amazon gift cards or whatever it is that you use, Venmo, Square Cash, Bitcoin, I don't care what it is. If they don't send you something initially, it's a waste of time. And guys, now you know why it's a waste of time. It's because there's a bunch of guys like you who will try and waste the girl's time. Some of you even get off on it, and I think that other girls know how they feel about that. So that's all I have for today. Like, comment, and subscribe to my links below, and I will catch you next time. Be safe and have fun.